Good morning, potato chips. How you doing? Sunday morning, and it's me, Paddy, back again with another video. Thank you for yesterday's video. I got a great response, and I'm really, really pleased. Sometimes, honestly, I just love throwing knives on the table, getting a topic, and just having a little chat about it. And I'm just going to do the same today because it's a slow Sunday, and I'm just sitting here, and I got these two knives new, and not so long ago, I done a video on sub collections. And one of my sub collections is little pen knives. And I've been trying to collect older type pen knives, especially ones, I love them with writing on it. And this is Dewar's Whiskey, Benedictine Liqueur. This is the IXL, George Wolstenholme. Um, so that's the sort of ones that I'm going to start trying to collect to build that collection up. But I love little metal pen knives, pocket knives, whatever you want to call them. Everybody calls them different names. These ones on the side are modern versions of these wee ones. So is that one up the top. But I just wanted to show that, these are ranging from £10 up. On these wee old-fashioned ones, about £10 to £30 would be the maximum I would spend on them. Probably £10 to £20 would be more realistic. I don't think any of them was over £20. In fact, I'm sure they weren't over £20. But it's not the value in money. It's the value to a collector like me, somebody who likes to have lots of little sub collections within a main collection. And this is a great way that you can get into that collecting without spending a whole lot of money. And a lot of people, when I put up my videos of my GECs and my customers, people say, "Oh, it's too much money. I can't afford that." Do you know, I'm really sorry that everybody can't afford to do that. I make it my business to try and afford it by the best means that I can. But I'm not going to not buy things if I can afford it. But I enjoy this side of the collection, and I think that's what I wanted to put across in this video. I enjoy this side every bit as much as my GEC. And since I got these two, and I was sitting with these 5 little knives or 6 little knives sitting in front of you here, I thought that is just a lovely sub collection. And it sort of come from getting these two. I got this from Bob DeMarco over at the Knife Junkie. Please go and see him. Great channel. But he sent this over to me. It needed a bit of repair, a bit of love, and I gave it very, very little. I showed the video on it, but it's enough to make it a very sharp and useful knife. And to take all that age off it would take away the conversation about it that I hope that would bring when I bring it out. The same as this and these. These are old whiskies. Dewar's Whiskey's been about for years. Benedictine is a French liqueur. So they start a conversation. Like most knives, that these are the more attractive versions in the more pricey side. These are just run-of-the-mill, everyday little pen knives. But a pen knife to me is somewhere between three and a half. Usually a thin blade. I love these little thin older ones with 2 blades or 1 blade. Doesn't really matter. I just call them pen knives. That might be wrong, but that's the way I do it. And what I've done is I put my biggest slip joint up there, which is the new acquisition, which is the GEC Bullet Knife, the number 23. It's flipping massive. It really is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.5 inches long. That is just massive with a near 3.5 inch cutting edge. It's a massive big knife. And when you put it beside these, this is why I like them. These can just slip in a 5th pocket. And especially, it's coming near the end of the summer. I'm going to have to move back up to the house again, back into civilization where I can't carry, my modern folders. I can round the caravan park and down round here when I'm out and about. I can throw that in my pocket. So it's going to be back to reality where I'm carrying 2 pocket knives. This would be a typical pocket knife that I'll carry, a nice GEC, and I always like to have something nice, whether it's case, GEC, poker, whatever, on me in case people stop me. Everybody knows I'm the knife boy, so I have to have a nice knife on me. And this is a Eureka Jack. It's number 92. Yeah, number 92 Eureka Jack pattern, which is the dog hind leg sort of shape, but a beautiful big fat spear point, which will do anything in my day's work. Full 4 fingers grip, and there's two blades on it. There's a little coping blade on that as well. But a beautiful knife to carry in a slip. But in my fifth pocket, or just at the bottom of my pocket, because they're small, it doesn't affect the carry. And anything I can add to my trouser package is definitely worthwhile. Sorry, rude, I apologise. But, so, this is some of the ones that I've picked up. I showed that one, so I'm just going to try show a couple of the ones. This is a beautiful little one that I got off Etsy. And again, isn't that just gorgeous? It's nearly the beautiful embossed work. It's probably just stamped out on, it feels like it's nearly aluminium. And it doesn't tell, it's off Etsy, so they really, the Etsy buyers are just selling. And there's two beautiful little blades on it. Sharp as little needles. That one needs sharpening a bit more. I can see a bit of a raggedy edge, and it's a bit bent at the top. Can you see that? Little bit bent, so I'll have to straighten that out. I say I just got these two, so I haven't fixed them up yet. I'll fix that up. That's not a problem. A little hammer and a bit of leather, and it'll sort that out. This one was new old stock from Dewar's Whiskey. And it was made by John Watts, Sheffield, England. So, but look at that. It's brand new. It's got, you can see it on there you go. Dewar's Whiskey. And this is a sort of little thin penknife I love to have in my fifth pocket, because in all reality, this will do most of the work in my day. It just will. I don't do really any heavy cutting, but because I'm a knife person, I like to be outgunned, if you like. This is another old one that I've had for a while now. I think I've actually done this up. Have I put an edge? Yes, I've put an edge on this. I tend not to clean the blades up a lot. A lot of people would like them cleaned up a bit more. But these are carbon blades. I don't use this for food. I would use my other knife if I'm going to cut food up. But this is just for cutting bits of string or whatever. I tend not to clean it up. I want to keep them like this, but I don't clean them up too much. And this one, if you can see, appeals to me being an ex-serviceman. This is one, you can see the arrows, the two arrows there. This is one that was issued to soldiers during World War II, or around that time as well. I don't want to specifically say it because I can't date it. But it's around that time of World War II that was issued to the troops. There's no brass or anything. It's all just carbon and a wee bit of steel. So that's lovely because it's got the history. This one, I'll have to show you again because I just love this. I have put a beautiful edge on this. This is genuinely like a scalpel. Really like a scalpel. Beautiful old knife, George Wolstenholme. And again, I could get and buff it all up, but I don't want to because I want to keep its age. And it really is to me. I could talk about this knife all afternoon because I just love it so much. And this is one of the ones with the old plastic or Derlin, whatever they used. This is the one. It was a big chunk of the blade out here, so I've sharpened it right the way round, and it's an absolute cracker. Another little pen blade on the other side. But listen to this snap on some of these old knives that are 100-year-old. Just gorgeous. So don't feel as if knife collecting is all about those that have got money. It's nothing at all. I have as much love for these as I have for a GEC. Honest, I genuinely do. And like, there's the modern ones up here. Here's another one this is a sentimental one. It's just a cheap little penknife. Look, you can see that faux plastic on the back of it. But this one I found on Etsy. I paid a wee bit more than probably what I should have done, but this is the Queen's Silver Jubilee, and it was the year I joined the Navy, 1977. So it just brings back instant memories of sitting on a beach in South Sea, drunk, looking at the looking at the ships go by to salute the Queen, which was in just absolutely the red arrows. It was just a marvellous day in Portsmouth. Absolutely marvellous. So they can bring back old things. And look, here's another wee one. This is probably from the 70s, 80s. It's just a wee engine-turned, single-bladed penknife. Little small blade, but a handle that you can still get, three fingers on it anyway. But it's a beautiful. I found this after my father passed away, and I was clearing out one of his old desks that I used to use for my YouTube videos. I found this stuck up in behind one of the little cupboards. My dad wasn't a knife person, but I have a knife of my dad's. Do you know what I mean? I went out and bought one to remember him by for me, but this is one of his that he had in an old cupboard. Probably didn't even know he had it there. But how sentimental is that? My dad's not around anymore. He wasn't a knife person, but maybe he was sent me a wee hidden message. This is the hobby for you, lad. So it was just nice to find that. So the sentimental values there. These ones on this side don't have sentimental value unless they were given as gifts. This one was given as a gift. This one was given. Was this given as a gift or did I buy it? Do you know, that's terrible. I can't remember. I know I bought these. No, I don't. Where did I get this one from? I think this was a gift from Jason Guilfoyle. And by the way, Jason Guilfoyle, who many of us know, J Joker, on Instagram, he's in hospital in a minute. He took pains in the side, went in the hospital, and it looks like they found blood clots on his lungs, did he say? I think his lungs. So go over to his Instagram channel. It's J Joker on Instagram. And just give him your thoughts and prayers. Let him know that we're all thinking about him. Jason Guilfoyle has done so much for so many people in the knife community and wants nothing back in return. He is one of the true gents, and he helps out channels that don't have a lot of money, who are just starting out, and he helps out channels like mine, and I truly appreciate him as a human being. He's just a really nice man. So if you would, just pop over and see him. I'll put the name down below of it, Instagram channel. Pop over, send him your love, whether you know him or not. Just send him a bit of love, and hopefully he gets better soon. He's going to be in hospital for a few days anyway, he said. I just seen it on Instagram. So there you go. That's my little sub collection that doesn't cost a whole lot of money, that goes along with my modern carry. One of these, one of them, whichever one of these. I mean, look, I don't know how long. Maybe somebody could tell me down below. The Buck 55, it's a little lockback. Not what you would genuinely call a pen knife, but it is a beautiful little tiny knife that you can take with you. Now, you can't in the UK, but most of you can. Rough Riders one, £10. I mean, I think that cost me about £15, and it's just a wee cheap souvenir knife, but I don't mind paying it because of the memories it just brings back. There's the Spyderco. Is it the Grasshopper or the... God, I can't remember what it's bloody called again. I wish I could remember things. Kiwi, not Grasshopper. This is a beautiful modern pen knife with stainless steel, 8CR13. Absolutely fabulous knife. And look, there's these. If I put this down beside these, this is a little case peanut. So that's it between them knives. It's about the same size as these wee small knives. So let's let you see how small they are. That's a wee peanut, which is obviously got, I don't think, better blade steel. It's got a stainless blade steel. These are all mostly carbon. Well, all these ones here are carbon. This wee one was stainless steel. But that's a little peanut. That's the size I like as a pen knife, or something very similar. This is one that was sent to me by Congies from Congies Knife Sale, Mark Congerton. This is a Mazarine, just a single-bladed little pen knife. The blade to handle ratio on this is really good, but it's only a I think it's about 3 1/4. Beautiful little knife, hollow ground, really just like a scalpel. Will do most of the cutting for my day. This is a number 14 GEC. Again, just over 3 inches, but a really capable pen knife, and one that's lovely to carry. Really is lovely. And if people ask to see your knife, it is a beautiful piece of art in my eyes. Look, this is maybe what's that? I'm just going to measure this. Sorry. This is 3.5 inches or such, 92mm. This is the Swiss Army knife. And again, it's a single blade. It's lovely and thin, like these little ones down here. There's a great pen knife to carry in your pocket, along with any knife. It's just a great little knife. The blade steel's not brilliant, but they're not for hard use. You're not going to blunt them in your average day. They're just for cutting bits of string, a bit of paper, slicing, anything like that there. But these ones are a collectible piece. And if you brought somebody into your room and you had these laid out, you have so much to talk about. You have so much. And throw in a couple of modern ones, that you have that are maybe a bit more expensive. Throw them in, and it lets them see that there is so much to collect in pen knives. so much. And look at that big beastie boy up there. It's not just, it makes me laugh because it's so big for a slip joint. And let me tell you, it is incredibly capable. It is a really strong back spring. I don't know when this one was made. When was this made? Oh, let me see. Look at what else. Just take the spay blade out. If you hadn't seen this, the spay blade is just, look at that. Is that not a butter knife or a steak knife? This was made in 2020 just. So this was a take of the old Remington bullet knife. You have that beautiful bullet shield and you have bullet unexcelled on the front there. There we go. A Sunday morning chat about little pen knives. Now, I asked you before to send me in pictures of your little sub collections. I still have them. My wife has spent about 2 hours trying to get them off my phone onto an iPad so that I could sit and show them here. We haven't worked out how to do that yet. Look, we're not technically minded. You know I'm not. I have to leave it to the wife, but she hasn't worked it out yet. But look, if you've got any more, I think I've got about 7 or 8 people had sent me little sub-collection photographs. Just put your name and a bit of paper on your Instagram channel on top there. It'll give you a bit of a shout out. And send it to me, but do it on Instagram. Some people sent them via my email. Not a chance. I'm still trying to work out how to get Instagram onto an iPad. So there we go. Right, wee Paddy's away for a cup of tea. And the last thing of the lot is if I get about between 10 and 20 questions, I'll do a question and answer face-to-face live on Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. So if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask me, if I get enough, I'll do a face-to-face live 9 o'clock UK time on Tuesday, this Tuesday coming. So if you've got any questions that you want answered, put them. That doesn't matter what they are on any subject. I will do my best to answer them. Take care, everybody. Paddy's gone. Cup of tea time.